Hello everyone, today I'm gonna show you my first ever Druid build. It's a tank plus support build. Since this is a preview build of the game, I couldn't really test it against real players. And when the Druid update hits, you can try it for yourself and tweak it if you want. This is a PvP build. Like I said, tank plus support. We are gonna use the beer farm, plus we have summon, grizzly, and 2 support skills. So first of all, let's start with the skills. First, we have the bear transformation. Then we have rapid might, circle of life, and summon grizzly. So rapid might increases our life plus our nearby allies' life, which is quite nice. It increases your maximum life by 25% for 3 minutes. And it makes you immune to next 3 total loss of control effects for 6 seconds. Plus it generates 15 primal power when you use it. And we have few essences to enhance it. Actually we have one from the main hand, and it increases the duration of the rapid might when you are transformed. I didn't have anything better to use than this, so that's why we have this. And from the magic attributes, I think they are called eternal attributes. What was it called? Yeah, the magic attributes, the eternal ones, or whatever you wanna call them. We get the damage increase. So when this is activated, your damage is increased. It looks like this. As you can see, damage increased. Resist against loss of controls for the next 3. And your maximum life is getting increased. So after that, let me show you Circle of Life. This one heals you over time because of the essence we are using from the chest essence. Circle of Life now grants you and nearby allies regenerative seed for 9 seconds, during which it heals 20k life per second. This number will be different for you. If life drops below 40%, the seed is consumed and applies all of its remaining healing. So when it goes 40%, it gives you a big heal right away. As you can see, it works automatically when your life drops below 40%, and this skill is not on cooldown. It will be used automatically, and it generates 12 primal power. And from the magic attributes, you can get this one. Healing on targets below 50% life is increased by a percentage. I think this is a good one to get. And after that, we have our main tanky skill, the bear transformation. So when you transform into a bear, you stun your nearby enemies, and while you are in the bear form, you gain 1 stack of endurance, reducing the damage you take and the duration of loss of control effects by 3%, and it stacks up to 10 times. Plus you consume 5 primal power per second while transformed, and while you are in this form, your primary attack is something called Maul, wide swinging claw attacks that deals damage. And our first skill, when you change it, your skills change too. First one is called Crash, looks like this. And it deals a certain amount of damage to all nearby enemies, and additional damage equal to 10% of your maximum life. This part is quite important, especially for high resonance players, but even you are not, since we have Rabbit Might, our maximum HP goes up, which means this additional damage is going to be higher. Plus we have one essence that increases our health even more when we transform into the bear form. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, okay, it's here, this one. It's a main hand essence, and it says Bear transformation now causes you to roar, dealing damage and stunning nearby enemies for 2 seconds. And you transform into a gigantic bear, increasing your attack range by 10%, and it increases your maximum life by 0.3% for every point of primal power you have at the time of the transformation. So ideally you want to transform into this when you have almost filled up primal power. Primal power is this green bar right here. So as you can see, our life is 665. If we change, it will be 820k. So this 10% of your maximum life damage is gonna be huge thanks to these buffs. And the other skill is called Bound, which looks like this. This is your kind of movement skill at the same time. And we have an essence for it too. Bound now causes you to jump to a target location, knocking nearby enemies airborne and dealing damage, which also grants you a shield for 4 seconds. And while the shield is active, the damage you take is reduced by 20%, so this makes you even more tankier. And we have another essence for Crush. It shatters enemies' armor, increasing the damage they take by 15% for 3 seconds. And this form has one more skill called Mangle, and it says grab 2 enemies in front of you and slam them together, creating an explosive force that deals damage and stuns nearby enemies for 1 second. So you have 2 stuns with this transformation, one when you first transform and one with this. Plus, this one deals additional damage equal to 10% of your maximum life as well, so those life increases will be useful here as well. And if you can grab enemies together and slam them, they are going to be stunned for another 3 seconds. And we have one essence for this too, which consumes 15 primal power after you use to reset its cooldown, so you can use it twice right away. And from the magical attributes, you can use this one. While in this form, you gain a shield for 5 seconds that absorbs certain amount of damage for every 25% of maximum life lost, which makes you even more tankier. And next we have Summon Grizzly, and you can pick something else instead of this one. I picked this one because, like, you don't want the enemy to only focus on you, so this summon is gonna be around you, which can take some of the auto attacks from you, probably. And the summon gets the buffs from Rabbit Might and Circle of Life as well, so it's gonna have increased life, and it will be able to heal over time. And we have an essence for this too, which is a head essence. Summon Grizzly now summons a flaming bear for 15 seconds that leaps to a target location, dealing damage to nearby enemies and knocking them airborne. It continues to damages all nearby enemies, dealing damage per second and inflicting burn, which deals additional damage per second over 3 seconds. And it also attacks with its claws, dealing damage. And if you use the skill while it's active, it leaps to a target location, dealing damage to all nearby enemies and knocking them airborne. And it increases its critical hit chance by 30%. Not your critical hit chance, the summon's critical hit chance. Plus, it generates 22 primal power when you summon it. And one other important essence for this one is coming from the offhand. Your summon generates 2 primal power when it takes damage, and it cannot occur more than once per second. This is a passive way to collect some primal power. And the summon looks like this. And you can use Rapid Might and the healing skill on him. See, it will gain extra health, plus it will gain overtime healing, which is pretty cool. And those are the skills. I prefer this primary attack since it has some sort of range, but you can give it a shot and try the other one. We don't have any essences for any of them, so you can pick whatever you like. And I think we talked about the essences, the magic attributes you need to pick. So let's talk about the set items. I picked 2 pieces of Urge to increase the duration of the buffs, plus legendary gem buffs as well. Other than that, we have 4 pieces of Mountebank to make you even more tankier with additional shields. And since Mountebank shields are based on your maximum life, you are gonna be getting crazy amount of shields from 4-piece Mountebank. And for the other 2, I wasn't really sure, so I picked this Abyssal set, Skybreaker's Bolt set, 2-piece for some extra damage. This is, once again, you can kinda change and pick something else if you want. And those are the set items. So other than that, let's just go over the legendary items. For the headpiece, we have the Yawning Maw. For the chest, Saved by Nature. For the shoulders, Grand Endurance. And for the pants, Shatter Grass. For the first main hand, the Crow. And for the other one, Frenzied Reed. For the offense, we have Ifes Nails and Hungry Blades. So that's the setup. Like I said, I wasn't able to test it against real players in this version of the game. So when the patch comes out, give it a shot, make tweaks, let me know. I will make updated videos for the builds. But I think this is gonna be a pretty cool support plus tank build. And I think it's gonna work like the Golem Necromancer build, plus with some buffs for your teammates and overtime healing. So let me know what you think about this build. And I think they already shared the list of the essences on the patch notes. If you have some tweaks that you can suggest, let me know in the comments. But so far, I think this is gonna be one of the better tank plus support builds that you can use in PvP with Druid. So let me know what you think, and see you guys in the next one. Have a good day and share your opinions with me. Take care.